welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited for today's video. Like, I mean so excited. So today is my first makeup tutorial back in so long, like an official makeup tutorial. And I am excited about this one. This one is a holiday one. I think Christmas is about 2 weeks away, and I thought, you know what? I need to incorporate some color on my channel, some glitter on my channel. I needed my glitter backdrop back, and I needed some dark smoky eyes and a nude lip. And this is the look that I came up with for today's video. Honestly, I couldn't be happier with it. I keep staring at myself in the viewfinder. I am completely obsessed with this look, and it's not just because I came up with it. It's literally because I'm using so many different products that I have not used in a long time, or if any, on camera. And I missed makeup tutorials. Like, I honestly missed how much fun it is to film a makeup tutorial and sit down and be creative. And like, I had an idea in my head of what I wanted to film, but then when you sit down, sometimes things just don't turn out exactly how you want them. But I sat down, and you know what? This turned out even better than what I was picturing in my head. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know if you guys want to see more makeup tutorials, more colorful looks. I know it's been a while since I've been doing makeup tutorials. I know that I was doing a lot of like transgendered related videos and everything. So I am going to do more makeup tutorials if that is something that you guys want to see. So guys, this video is already long enough. So without further ado, if you guys want to see how to achieve this smoky green glitter-ish eye and a nude lip. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The button is down there if you guys have not already. And give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, let's just move on to the rest of the video. Let's jump right into this tutorial. I am using the Milk Makeup Blur Stick in the center of my face. I haven't used this in a while. I have been sticking to the Benefit Professional, but I did want to do a little bit of a glowy look today too. So I just wanted to focus this in the center of my face where my pores are the biggest. And then I will take my fingers and I will warm the product up and just melt it into my skin. It just helps the product work better, and it lasts all day, and I'm pushing it into my pores to smooth them out. Then I'm going to use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I am obsessed with this. I have not used this many times here on my channel, but I love this. I actually used it again today on my skin, and I love it. It just gives me this nice glow from within without looking super oily. Since I am someone who is a little bit more on the oily side, I do kind of like to stay away from things that make me look shiny. But I feel like this winter I have dried out so much. It's terrible. So I am also going in with a mattifying foundation, so we don't have to worry about that. I am using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid and the L'Oreal Infallible. Mixing these two together is a super matte, super full coverage look. I like to mix it because the L'Oreal one is just a tiny bit darker, and it just meshes well with my skin. I feel like the NC15 for the MAC is a little bit too light, and it makes me look a little bit washed out. So mixing it with slightly a deeper shade helps me, and I'm obsessed with this full coverage look. I am using the Sigma 3D HD blender, which I'm obsessed with, but it is sold out. It has been sold out for forever. But all the products I have used will be listed down below, along with any coupon codes. I do have one for Sigma. It is just my name, Brandy, and I'll leave that down below also if you guys want to use it and get any of the products that I'm talking about. Next, we are going to be applying this on our neck. Make sure not to forget that. You want to make sure your face and neck are matching perfectly. Then we're going to conceal those designer under eye bags. We are using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade, I think this is light neutral or light sand. I think it's light sand. I'm going to focus it underneath my eyes in this triangle motion and pull it outwards. This is just going to help widen my face a little bit. Then I'm going to draw it down the center of my nose and in my forehead to just kind of complete the highlight. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want only half of my face to be highlighted. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit more of this foundation. This is the MakeupForever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. Since I do have a little patch of facial hair still that still grows, I do like to just use this around my, I guess you would say, my mustache beard area. I don't grow hair there anymore, but I like to just have it just for a little bit of extra coverage. And then I will take my Sigma sponge and just blend all of this out. I will let the foundation kind of sit down on that like lower part of my face for a little bit, and I will just blend my concealer in. I am obsessed with this sponge. I'm so sorry that it's sold out, but I I have not went back to my beauty blender since I've gotten this. I'm completely obsessed. I really want them to come back in stock so I can just like get more, because I've been ranting and raving about it for so long, and I feel so bad for everyone who wants to get them and can't get their hands on them. I think it's so much better than the beauty blender, hands down. I mean, like I said, I feel like my beauty blender absorbs the product, and this just really keeps giving me the flawless look that I want. I'm obsessed. Then I'm going to use the same Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to use this to prime my eyes. I think this works perfectly as a primer. I used to go in with like a separate primer. Sorry if you guys can tell, I am a little bit sick. I used to go with a separate primer, but I'm like, you know what? This concealer is full coverage, and it does the job perfectly, and it just mutes out my, like, skin color, because my eyes are a little discolored, like everyone says. So I just wanted to kind of mute that out to have a base for eyeshadow. Then we're taking the CoverGirl translucent powder and the same sponge. So I use this sponge for pretty much all of my face, and I'm just taking it and pressing this into the skin. This was what really keeps my makeup lasting all day long. I'm not baking or anything. I'm just using the sponge to push the powder into my skin, and I swear to God, it makes my skin look smoother. It makes everything last just a lot longer. It just makes it crease proof. I've just been using this technique for so long now, and I have not resorted back at all. And then I just like to just set my whole entire face, pushing it in, using not a ton of powder. I don't want to look too powdery, but I do like to be pretty matte throughout the day. It is just one of my things. And then I'm going to take this Sigma large powder brush, F30, and I'm just going to kind of just set my neck, and I'm going to just push the powder that we have kind of sitting on the skin into the skin again. And then we're going to come back with our brows all done. You guys don't want to see that. Then I'm going to be using this Sigma palette right here. I forgot the name of it and the names of the shades. I will have those listed all down below, but I'm going to use the Sigma E40 and this taupey shade at first. I had no idea this was a metallic shade. I usually hate metallic shades in my crease. Honestly, I didn't know until like after I like had already placed the shadow, but I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I didn't want to do something too warm. I really wanted to do a cool toned smoky eye look, so that's why I resorted to these colors. Then I'm going to jump in with this gray tone shade right here and this Sigma Firm Blender. It's an E44. I'm completely obsessed with this. It is like kind of like the E25, except it's a little bit more tapered, smaller, and more precise. So what I'm doing is pressing the darker shadow in that outer corner, and then I'm dragging this up through the crease, and it's staying exactly where I need it to because of the way that I'm pressing the brush into my outer corner and then just blending it through. Then I'm going to be taking this small brush right here. I totally forgot the name of it. I'm going to be totally honest with you. And the black shade in the palette. This black shade is probably one of the blackest blacks I've ever used. It's really close to being as black as Noir from Anastasia. It is dark. But what you guys see that I'm doing is I'm pressing this and then I'll swipe it because I do not want to have a ton of fallout since I already did my skin. I do not want a ton of black like soot underneath my eyes to ruin my foundation. So I'm just pressing this in the outer corner, and then you'll notice I will start to drag it up through once the powder is all set on my eye. And this is dark, and I like to just kind of stand back and look back and forth and make sure we have some like even eyes, and what it looks like is pretty even to me. And I'm completely obsessed with this palette. It's my first time using it on camera, and I think it's my first time using it in general. So the green that we're going in with today is this MakeupGeek pigment. It's a foiled pigment in Voodoo. I am obsessed with these. I have all of them. This is the E57 brush that I'm using to apply it, and I'm just pressing this on. The fallout for this could be a little bit intense sometimes, so just be a little bit careful. And then I'm going to go in with the black and just kind of blend the edges together so we don't have any harsh lines. And I'm obsessed. I've said that about 100 times, but I really love how this look came out. I love how green looks on my brown eyes. It just makes them pop. Then we went ahead and just put a little bit of Dark Side Kohl liner. I think it's a gel liner in my waterline. And then I'm taking a Sigma E15. This is a pencil brush. We're just going in with the same shades that we used on our lids. So we're just tight lining right to my lash line. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the same colors that I have been using. And this brush is a Sigma E70. Not my favorite for what I was using it for, but you know what? It's what I had at the time. I didn't want to go searching. I was already like 2 hours into filming, and I was like, no, thank you. So then we're going to go in with Hoola Bronzer. Honestly, favorite bronzer of all time. You guys are probably sick and tired of me talking about it. Best bronzer on the market. I feel like it's great for my skin, my skin tone. Obsessed with it. And this brush is my favorite. This is the MAC 129. It is the blush brush, but it works amazing for contouring blush. It works amazing for contouring and like bronzing my skin. You could also use it for blush. I have used it for blush in the past, but I think that it just does such a nice job warming up my skin and really just distributing product on my cheeks so evenly. And it just looks nice. Like, it doesn't give me that, like, harsh contour that I used to love, like, that contoured look. But I like bronzed skin now. I don't like anything too harsh. I think it just looks not good on my face. And it just, like, I don't know. It just doesn't compliment me at all. Like, I just, looking back at pictures, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I've been doing for the past however long. But thank God I got over it. So then after that, we're going to go ahead and apply our blush. This is the Anastasia Blush Trio in Peachy Love. And I'm going to use this far right or left, I'm not really sure which one, blush. And I'm going to be using this Sigma. This is the large angled contour brush in F40 to apply it. Then we're jumping in with my favorite highlighting kit of all time. I cannot stop putting this down. I'm so upset that it is just limited edition. I'm actually really sad about that because I know it just came back for Black Friday and I missed getting it. But I'm obsessed with this palette. It is so good. It is a little bit more on the glittery side, but I'm completely obsessed. And you need it in your life. This is the A23 brush that I'm applying my highlight with. I'm obsessed with applying my highlight with that brush. Look at it. If you cannot see my highlight from outer space, I'm doing something wrong. Like, I need you to see my highlight from, like, Mars. Like, that's what I need. Then I'm taking this Morphe E18 to highlight the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my chin. I usually don't highlight all of my face, but I thought, you know what? I kind of want to do a glowy look. I felt like my skin was looking a little bit dry lately because of like all the mattifying products that I always use. So I'm like, you know what? Let's be a little bit glowy today. Let's let our natural dew shine through. But I got a little bit crazy, so I had to take my finger and, you know, blend it out a little. But I do like how my skin looked in this video. Super highlighted, maybe a little over highlighted, but I mean, is there really such a thing? And then we're going on to the lips. This is Lipify, and this is by LA Girl Cosmetics. I really like this. I thought it was going to be matte. It wasn't, but that's okay because I went over it with a gloss anyway. So I just applied this on my lips because I wanted a super nude lip because we did have like a smoky green eye going on. And I think that we didn't want to do anything crazy. I thought about doing a dark lip, but then I was like, you know what? I really want the focus to be the eyes, and the lips can just kind of like complement nicely and just sit on the back burner. You know what I mean? So I really liked this. It was dewy. It was nice. It was like a full pigment, so that's great. And then I'm using this Buxom lip gloss. It plumps my lips, so I'm completely obsessed with that. I will use this all the time to get my lips, like, you know, plumped up and ready. And that's it for this tutorial. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a big thumbs up. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.